welcome to the Fee and Drew Show, where we talk about one marriage, two children, and one chocolate dog. How are you? We are episode 18, I think.
So you say episode 13 first, and then you say, how are you? Because you just said, how are you? We're at episode 13, and you kept talking through it.
As I was saying, I was realising I hadn't worked that out. But anyway,
so there you go.
Now, just to preface, today, if you hear some cars and trucks and stuff, please apologise. We're trying with the window open because we overheat.
Yes, we get so excited about doing this.
And we haven't done prep to see whether the audio is going to work with the window open, so...
But we just get so excited.
That's it.
About it.
Just want to get to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and we get so hot. That's why we get so hot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We get hot.
We're kind of hot just basically in our lives. All right. What are we talking about today?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Well,
You've got the schedule.
Do you know what? I've got a whole lot of... It feels a little bit educational, the stuff that I've got in mind.
Oh.
So it could be exciting, could be good, could walk away as a more informed person. That's what you want to hang about for today.
So you could walk away a more informed person from teaching us?
I'm going to educate you. I'm going to educate the whole world about all sorts of things. Just some words that I like in my mouth. A couple of words that I like in my mouth.
Oh my goodness. It's sounding quite boring already.
No, it's not.
People might have switched off.
No.
Oh, I did. I don't blame you if you did for a second.
I've got some advice on commentators around the world, and I have a piece about my favourite self-development through phrase at the moment.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff about St. Patrick's Day.
Hence, we're wearing the green.
Yep.
And then also I want to say happy birthday to Jack Berry.
Happy birthday, Jacko.
That's our nephew. And happy birthday to Bez. Emma.
Happy birthday, Bez.
Emma Pratt. And happy birthday to Harry Wynne Williams as well. Another friend over in the UK.
Anyone else that's having a birthday today? Happy birthday to you.
They're the people that I know.
Yep.
So that's why I said them. Otherwise, happy birthday to everyone. And happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing these lovely green earrings. You thought they were divine, didn't you?
I thought they were beautiful. I think you always look beautiful no matter what you wear.
Yes.
My green feels a little muted. I haven't got anything. This is as green as I get.
You should have worn your Australian green one. That's quite green.
Yeah.
But it's St. Patrick's Australia.
I know, but then I'd probably start launching into a whole conversation about my Australian journey and stuff like that. That's coming. Oh, that's next week's episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
He's planning ahead. I haven't planned ahead at all.
Yeah, well, that's how it is.
So how did we go with last week's task of what was last Sunday? What did I say last Sunday was? The day of?
Oh, landline and stuff. No, that's all been done. No, last weekend was Happy Landline Day and Picnic Day.
No, that was the weekend before, wasn't it?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Oh.
I was just saying if anyone had done it, and then I thought we hadn't done it, and then I gave everyone another task.
Oh, she's unprepared. You don't even know what you're asking.
Yeah, I know I was prepared for today because it's St. Patrick's
Right.
Day.
Oh, have you got St. Patrick's Day stuff? I've got St. Patrick's Day stuff.
What I'm saying is that I hope everyone's having a great St. Patrick's Day because that's this Sunday's task.
Yes. All right.
Whereas I've got next Sunday's task set up already.
Okay, cool. Can I do St. Patrick's Day first?
Go.
All right. So, St. Patrick's Day, I was thinking about what is a saint, and if I were to put my head down, what do I have to do to become a saint? Could I become a saint? Could people say to me, my goodness, that Andrew Hunt, he's a saint. So I did a little bit of research into saints. Here's the 5 things you need to be a saint.
Oh, okay.
Number 1.
Or St. Teresa.
St. Teresa. Oh, the first thing is, how many saints do you think there is?
I reckon, I'm going to guess, I reckon there are 20.
Over 10,000 saints, about 10,000 named saints.
That's a little bit off.
Yeah, well, no, there's an education session today. Over 10,000 saints. They get named by the Christian church, like the Pope says, yep, no, this is what we're doing.
He's a Catholic church,
He's a Catholic.
He's not Christian?
Oh, I don't know. Isn't it the same thing?
No. No, not quite.
Okay, I'm going to preface this. This is an education session today.
So this would be through Catholicism.
Right.
Because saints generally, although they have, St. Andrew's, which is Anglican as well. So, but I think saints are actually through the Catholic Church, I think.
Cool.
Correct us if we're wrong. We know it all.
My education session today, it's kind of like TikTok. I'm just some dude in front of a camera saying what I'm saying. So,
right, come on then.
you have to, so what are the things you have to do? You have to die. So that's the first one. Can't be saint until you're
I'm
dead.
not ready to die yet.
I know.
But that's a bummer. Like,
Yeah.
I always think about funerals,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And I think at a funeral, everyone gets up, well, sort of most of the time. Let's not say everyone gets up and says nice thing about the dead person, because maybe there are some nice things. But generally. And I was thinking about that the other day. Dad, sorry, I know you're 88, and I'm not saying you're going to die, but I was thinking I'd like to write a eulogy for Dad and actually read it to him before he dies.
Perfect idea.
Because I think it's a nice thing. Like, it's like, I want him to know how much I love him and how much I appreciate everything he's done for him. And rather than standing there, you know, over his coffin going, Dad, you were awesome, we should tell people before that. So I reckon that everyone should have a eulogy written for their parents, or for anyone that's, you know, in the unfortunate position of dying earlier or something like that. Maybe it's nice to let them know how much you actually really do care for them and what you're going to say at their passing.
I'm going to take
Just
a
an
step.
idea.
I'm going to take a step further.
And then call them saint. So I'd be Saint Fiona, you can be Saint Andrew.
I'm going to take that a step further. Is don't wait until they're approximating a death age. Start telling people what you love about them now.
Oh, yes, but that's getting too deep into it. I was
Okay.
talking about just because you're talking about you had to be dead.
Yeah.
I was relating it to death.
Yeah. Okay.
That's another episode.
So here's that's one reason I'm out. I don't care if I'm dead. People call me saint or not. I want it now. I want people saying that guy is a saint. So I'm out for that.
Okay.
But you have to be dead, and then you have to wait for 5 years. There's a rule that says you have to wait for about 5 years.
Who wrote that rule?
I'll get to the point of writing rules. Is they say 5 years because everyone just has to calm down, just calm their
Or,
farm.
and really think if they are
Yeah,
saintly.
are really that
Are
good?
they really that nice?
You know-
Is Mother Teresa nice?
Well, that's the thing.
Like, you
Yeah,
know.
that's it.
Do you have to debate that?
Anyone that dies.
Is there a council of people that sit together and then go, right, let's actually really analyse this, and then they have the right to say whether they become a saint or not?
There is.
Oh, who's that? Who's in it?
Oh, this is my TikTok thing. I don't know. I've got some approximations, but there is. It goes to the board, and then it goes up
What
to
board?
I don't know. The churchy board.
I'd like to be on that.
Yeah, it goes. No. You have to. You've got to be on the churchy board, and then the churchy board puts it to the Pope, and then he makes a decision about it.
And does Pope ask God?
I'll get to that too.
But you'd have to. You'd have
So-
to bring God in.
5 years of cooling your jets, actually working out whether you actually really like this person.
Yep.
So that's the thing. Got to be dead. Got to wait 5 years, and then the second step is you have to be able to prove that you are a servant of God. So
Oh, well,
that
no,
makes
that's-
sense.
That makes sense.
If you're
Yeah.
getting the tick by by
That's perfectly.
the church, then
Yeah.
you've got to be a servant of God. So I'm out there. That's not going to help for me.
So why do popes not become saints?
Hang on, I'll get to that too. You're
I've
asking,
got lots of
you're asking the
questions.
really good questions.
Thanks.
And then you have to have proof that you lived a heroic life. So then you've got to get a body of proof that you lived a heroic life.
Right.
I don't know the definitions around that.
And this is all based around St. Patrick. So who's St. Patrick then?
No, we'll get to that. I've got it all.
I know, but come on.
Then step
I'm
4
already getting
is then
bored.
step 4. You have to have proof of a miracle, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and you have to have proof of a miracle. And what the miracle does is the miracle is if you pray for something and then it comes true, then what you're doing is you're saying, hey, this dude is actually, dude or dudette, is actually up in heaven and has got the ear of God to make that happen.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
And then if you want to become oh, come on.
He can't read his own
A
writing.
then if you become a really an official saint, you need a second miracle proved. So John Paul II,
Yep.
his first miracle was someone had MS, they prayed for him. This person no longer had MS. Miracle one.
That's
and then
cool.
there was the second one was this dude had a serious brain injury. Someone prayed for him. It all got fixed up. And so he's away.
Well, that's good.
So there you go. But all of those rules, all along the way, Pope can just make exceptions and say, oh, no, we can skip that step. So it's all made up. Anyway, so St. Patrick, he's not a saint. He's not a coronated saint. He's not the real deal.
Well, he's not that real deal.
But
No, by the rules,
yeah.
he's not the real deal.
So here we go. My information session on St. Patrick. When do you reckon he was kicking around?
436 AD.
Yeah, pretty good. Well done.
Yeah, because I looked it up.
Well done. Good.
See, I did do a little bit
Yeah,
of research
okay.
myself.
Good.
It was
Now-
about that, wasn't it?
Yeah, 5th
Yeah.
century.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a slave. He was taken, I'm not sure whether he was born in England or Wales, and he was taken to Ireland as a slave.
Oh.
And he was brought up as a slave, and he was
But he was probably kind slave.
a sheep herder, and then he got out of his slavery, busted out, went back to England, and then joined the church, and then became a bishop and stuff, and went, this is better than being...
Oh, well, that's how he became a saint then.
no,
Because then he turned into that.
no, because then he all,
So why do the Irish like
so he
it?
got all churchy. Then he went back to Ireland,
Yep.
where he was a slave, and went, hey, I've been back over in England, I've learned all about God and everything, and he spread Catholicism through Ireland.
Oh.
So he spread the word of God through Ireland.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So there you go. His name wasn't Patrick, his name was Horatio or something. Wasn't Horatio or something.
I can't believe it was Horatio.
No, it wasn't Horatio. It started
Horatio is like South American name.
Yeah, it started with C, and I couldn't understand what it was, so I just made up Horatio then. But it wasn't Patrick.
I didn't think Horatio is spelt with a C either.
No, it's not.
You've made a whole load up there.
It's like TikTok. I'm making stuff up.
Yep.
His name wasn't Patrick. He went back to Ireland. The Shamrock. That was about him telling the story of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the three things, all being, and he used it as an example. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, but they're all part of the one. So that was how he told the story.
Lovely.
He didn't wear green. He wore a lot of blue. So I don't know where the green thing came from.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Because it's the Emerald Isle.
Yes.
So it's green.
And he did not,
did
not rid Ireland of all the snakes. There's plenty of scientific evidence that there's never been any snakes around in Ireland at that
he
time
meant to
anyway.
have rid them
Yeah,
of the
apparently
snakes?
that's what he's famous for.
Oh.
He drove all the snakes out of
So
Ireland.
that's why he became a saint.
Well, no, not one of the reasons. I don't know. I don't think he's even coronated as a saint. Everyone's just jumped on board and then let's drink and wear green.
I think that's excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that this afternoon.
There you go. There's my education
I
on
don't
that.
know if I'll put green dye in my wine though. Maybe. I'll give it a whirl.
Put it in the pool. We'll turn the filter off.
Turn the filter off.
Turn
and then we'll take,
pool turn green and then we're...
Perfect.
There you
Anyway,
go. That's what
so
you got.
happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. My gosh, that was a long way round and very educational. I'm so happy to know all of that.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
What do you got? You got something?
Yes, so next Sunday,
Yes.
while we're on it, let's do next Sunday. So I looked it up because you know what I'm like. I like to look things up. And it's very interesting because there's quite a few things as usual.
All right, give us your best.
First of all is World Tuberculosis Day.
Oh, that's not something to celebrate.
No, what they're celebrating is the fact that they've almost eradicated it.
Right.
So it's a terrible disease.
Ring a Rosie. We all
Pocket full of posies,
fall down. Is that
one?
tuberculosis? Is that?
No, that was the plague, wasn't it? Black
Yeah,
plague?
maybe.
I think it was. Anyway. So anyway, it's about celebrating the fact that they've found,
Yep.
The other one is called Flatmates Day.
Oh, I like that
Yeah?
one. That's a good
one.
reason to drink.
So you can celebrate your flatmates
Yeah.
and say how awesome they are.
Yeah.
National Cheesecake Day. So for those that like cheesecake, go for it.
Did you
Next
look that up?
Sunday-
Did you look that up before you bought the cheesecake?
No, I didn't.
We had cheesecake on Friday.
Do you know we've had quite a few things this week that we've been watching?
The world
things
is
have been-
vibing us.
Yeah, it's been zoning in.
Yeah,
so that was
cheesecake.
another one.
Yeah.
National Cocktail Day. I thought that was actually excellent because I'll ring my niece Bridget and we'll go and have a cocktail together. She
Any
loves a cocktail.
excuse?
And then this is the best. This one is the best.
Yeah.
National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day.
What? Who is ratifying these?
I don't know. Google.
All right.
Google knows all.
I'm getting chocolate covered raisins. I
Yep.
like a chocolate. No, I prefer a chocolate covered peanut.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Can we-
I was going,
can
can we put a vote out there? Are you a chocolate covered peanut person or a chocolate covered raisin person? Give us your answers on Facebook and let us know.
My mother at Christmas, prunes as
they're good.
No, as good as a raisin. Put an almond in
Yes.
it. There's a nut in chocolate.
Yeah, they were
Best
good.
of both worlds.
They were nice.
Yeah.
Well done, Mara.
Yeah.
They were very good.
Very good.
So there you go. So that's next Sunday. So you've got quite a bit to celebrate
Yeah,
next
shush.
Sunday. You pretty much have choice. And do you know what? You can actually make anything up you
It
want.
seems like.
Chuck it on Google and say that's what I'm celebrating.
Yeah,
but
choose-
I'm going to keep my Sunday celebrations going because I think they're quite fun.
Choose your own adventure.
Yes.
Yep.
So what's next? What
All
are
right.
you educating us on next, Hunty?
2 words that I like the sound of in my mouth. One of them is geo-arbitrage. This is not meant to be comedic, but
Oh, it is. If they'd been at the dinner conversation table with us during the week,
Yeah.
then it would be very funny.
was telling the boys about-
Drew brought this up during the week.
Just telling the boys about geo-arbitrage. Anyone know what that is? Can you explain it?
It's basically when you take your currency,
Yep.
say, and you go and live in another country,
Yep.
and that currency, your currency, equates to a lot more than their currency, and you can have a better lifestyle over there.
Your dollar goes further. The actual arbitrage it's a trading term, is that you can buy a stock or a share in one market and sell it in a different market where it has a different value. So you're buying and selling the same thing.
So just basically,
Yeah,
it costs you $40 to buy a palmy
Yep.
here in Australia, and when we go to Thailand and buy a palmy, it costs us about $3.
Yeah, you can get about 4 palmies
That's the
for the price of
easiest
one.
way
That's
to
it. Yeah,
explain it.
that's geo arbitrage, taking
Yeah.
your money somewhere else and making it go further.
And we didn't believe that it was a word.
Yes.
We thought Dad was just making stuff up like he does sometimes when
Yep.
he's giving us this beautiful educational material gives
Yep,
us.
yep.
And the boys were in hysterics about it.
And Lockie says that you have to say it with an English accent. Geo arbitrage. He was trying to say arbitrage.
Yeah. But then he goes into this Cockney slang sort of one. It's
he's
weird.
got no idea about
anyway.
English accents. Anyway,
Yes.
that's one word that I like the sound of. I also like the function of it
And
too.
what's the other word?
Alabaster.
Oh, I don't know what alabaster means.
So I was listening to some music. I'm listening to a
This
bit
is a
of...
very educational one.
I told
today.
you I'm all
I feel like I've got to
educational.
get my serious side on me.
You need a pen and paper to learn this stuff.
Now that's a point too. Just for a second, I'm interrupting. I'm
no,
reading the
go for
book
it.
The Magic at the moment by
Yes.
Rhonda Byrne. You know I love it, and
Yes.
I've got a whole group of women and a bloke, Tim,
Mm-hmm.
who's reading it as well. And in the book, because the book was written quite a while ago, it says grab a pen and paper and write down your 10, what you're grateful for, and then it says, or do it on a computer. And I thought they need to update it and say whack it on your phone.
No.
It's like no, but I'm just
Yeah.
but I'm just saying it's the form. I don't know what. It's the form of writing that actually makes it real, except I am not good at writing.
Yep.
I don't like writing. I'm part of my dyslexia probably. So I told this to one of the ladies, on notes in your phone, you can press your microphone and
Yeah.
you can talk into it and it does it.
Talk to
and
text.
but then the whole idea of this gratitude thing is you then read it back and say thank you. So it doesn't matter if you're writing it down, as long as you're reading it back to yourself and pulling that gratefulness into you, then it's okay, I believe.
Take home message there is use whatever source you need to get yourself moving forward.
So what does
Alabaster.
alabaster mean?
Find alabaster in a lot of country and western songs or stuff. It's also a little bit. It's got a lot of religious connotations. I'm not going to go into that. A whole bunch of references in the Bible about alabaster. Anyway, alabaster is a stone, precious stone, similar to marble. So people refer to it as the color of alabaster, and you can make it really. It's really thin and almost translucent. So they make
Why
lights
did you
and stuff
even
out of it.
know about this?
I had to look it up because I heard it in
No,
a,
but why did you look it up?
because I heard it in a song and I heard the word alabaster in the
What song?
Country song. I can't remember. And I went, oh, I love that word. I don't know what that word means, but I do like the sound of it in my mouth. Alabaster.
Alabaster.
Yeah.
There you go.
If you want to know a little bit more about it, look it up yourself. Comment below. Tell us all about it. I'm just TikToking, riffing here. So,
Is that TikToking?
Well, no, what I'm saying, I'm referring to TikTok is full of people think it's
Such good information.
such good information.
It's very educational.
Like this channel, you get qualified, verified information.
Yep.
Yep.
If you've got a disease, doctor, Google it. It's always the best way to get the results.
Actually, talking about
Disclaimer.
Dr. Googling, that'll bring me into my next thing.
What about me having a talk?
No, you go if you've got stuff.
Yeah, because it's my turn.
Go.
I want to have an opinion about something.
Opinion, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like this. So, as we are all driving around at the moment and you're looking around and you're going, not only do I have to dodge pedestrians and I have to dodge animals and I have to dodge other cars and I have to be very aware, now we have to dodge electric scooters. So I would like your opinion, as in all of you out there, because I know a lot of us have gone and bought our children electric scooters and a lot of us are going, they're great for going from point A to point B. I agree, they're fantastic. What I'm not so agreeing on is the fact that they're on the roads and they're going fast and they've got a stack hat on, literally to protect themselves. And I'm just wondering, they're going to be here forever.
Yeah.
I realise that now.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I just wonder, what sort of rules do you think are going to be brought in? This is what I want your opinion on.
Yep.
What sort of rules are going to be brought in when all of a sudden we start having all these head injuries and mangled up bodies, sort of when scooters hit cars at, 50 k's an hour?
Yep.
What sort of rules do you think the government will then bring in?
Is that your question?
Yes, in your opinion, what do you think the type of rule is that they'll bring in?
They'll. You have...
Just a general.
No, I'm so, yeah, because you've sent my mind wild. I have so much to talk about this.
Yeah, but I just want the rules.
There will be speed limits.
But you can't control that because even with cars you can't control that.
No. There'll be a whole bunch of rules which they won't be able to enforce. And there shouldn't be a whole bunch of rules.
There already are speed limits. They're not meant to go over 20 kilometres an hour.
I know.
And they do 50.
But who cares? Everyone's going to break those rules.
Oh, no, I know.
I break the rules on the road. Sometimes I don't mean to.
For any police watching out there, he'd never break
No, but sometimes I'm going at the speed limit. I've got so much more skill than is required to go at this speed limit. I can go faster.
So what other rules do you think?
Oh, there'll be stack hats. There'll be age limits.
I think they should actually have to wear a motorbike helmet. Like a full coverage helmet if you're going to go on the roads like that.
I think all the rules should get flicked out the window, and I think the people that don't use their common sense, they will flitter away. They're
not going to become saints.
They'll die. And then without the rules, everyone just learns how to survive a bit better, and they learn how to manage risk a bit better. And the smart ones will survive, and the other ones, well, they'll end up in the side of a truck, and then that's the end of that.
Oh, but I mean, horrible thought.
So many. I don't know where to start. Okay, so in Asia, you've got a family of 6 people on a motorbike. They survive. They make it happen. But
or maybe they don't.
We are so risk averse in this country.
Yes.
Do you know, I went into old man crankiness and going, these scooters, my goodness, they're so fast.
I was too.
And
then I thought, well, no, they're going to be here. That's just part of what it is now, and that's fine. But I just wondered, in your opinion, what rules do you think? Because Australia, like you said, we're very rule orientated. So I just wondered, what rules do you think we're going to see that will associate to electric bikes and scooters?
I reckon.
So there you go. So pop your rules that you think will be into the Facebook.
I don't know what the rules are going to be, but I know there'll be a referendum, and we'll all have to go and line up and tick a box to say yes or no. Anyway, that's that.
There you go.
Can I go? You got more?
No, go for it.
All right. So when you were talking about don't Google medicine stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know how you've got dad fixes, dodgy dad fixes? Yeah. Like, for instance, me moving the trampoline from our old house to our new house. We moved from a rental around the corner to a new one.
Rental.
400 metres?
Yeah, 500. Yeah, 500 metres.
Half a K.
Yeah, half a K.
I didn't want to dismantle the trampoline, which would take several hours, and then remake the trampoline, which would take several more hours. Yeah. I got a solution. What we'll do is we'll just chuck it on the back of the tow ball of the car.
And then we'll put it on a skateboard.
Put a skateboard at the other end of it.
And he drove
And we just drove it around. So that's an example of a dad fix. It was all right. It was okay.
It did work.
It worked.
But oh my gosh.
It was one of the greatest moments of my life. One of the greatest triumphs of my life, moving that trampoline like that. So that's an example of a dad fix. I'm wondering if I might dad fix my optometry prescription. Is that okay? Here's the thing. I think I'm just going to flick out the advice of someone that studied optometry for 6 years. I'm just going to make my own prescription up and give it a go. Try some. I'm having trouble with my contacts. The one I've got a set of contacts where...
we don't need to know all the details.
Yeah.
So it's just one doesn't work so well in one eye. So he's thinking of changing the script to play around with it himself.
I think I'm just going to play around with my own script, order some online and see how I go.
Watch this space. That's what I'll say. Watch this space. When you see him sitting here next week going like that, you'll know that the contacts, that didn't work so well.
All right, I'll let you know, all the dads out there. Yeah, you can solve your own optometry prescriptions. Just give it a go. You'll be right. Just work it out until it gets right.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
Oh my gosh. What else are we talking about?
What else
today?
forgot? Advice for commentators out there in the world. One thing that really is my bugbear, which we brought up last night at the dinner table, is if you're watching the cricket and someone drops a catch, they go, oh, they dropped a catch. And then maybe half an hour later, they drop another catch. They go, they could have been 2 wickets down for now if they'd only caught both those catches. But the fact of the matter is, if they'd caught the first one, it would have changed the course of history, and the second catch would have never presented itself. So you can't say, oh, they'd be 2 wickets down if they caught both those catches. Well, it's not the truth. If they caught the first one, then the second one might not have ever come.
You've just faded into darkness.
I have. The light's blown up on it.
The light just went out. And
They've gone. No, shut it down, mate.
They've gone, whatever. You weirdo. But anyway, but I think I understand what you're saying, but I think that's life. Like, we basically wrapped it up because You know, like Drew likes to elaborate on everything. So we wrapped it up as in you can't control the past. You can only control the moment you're sitting in, and the future is yet to come.
Yep.
So really that's what he's saying about the commentators. When the commentators talk
Yes.
about a past event that has already happened, said, but if only, and when we all do that, but if only, and that's why a thing called but if only hindsight.
Oh.
That's why hindsight's around.
Is that a
isn't it,
ratified
really?
term? But if only hindsight.
Well, no, but when you say if in hindsight,
Yes,
like, you know,
hindsight's
that's
a
what I
powerful
mean.
thing,
It's
yes.
like, that's what everyone always says it. But it's like, well, it's really an irrelevant word because that's already happened.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is go, okay, that happens. So how can I make it okay about this moment right now? Gosh, we've got very lectury today, I feel.
So
I'm
all
a
you
bit bored with myself.
okay. Okay, well, that is what it is. It's a lecture. Gone, lost. How do we solve it from here?
I don't know. Tell a dad joke.
Tell a dad joke. A horse walks into the bar,
I knew you were going to do that.
and the barman says to the horse, "Why the long face?" Love it. Classic.
Or you're driving past the cemetery. Dad used to always go, people are dying to get in there.
Oh no, that's the dead centre of town. Oh, I did that once, and someone had just had a death in the family, and that was.
But you don't know.
I didn't know.
You don't know.
Yeah, anyway.
That's a bit funny.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway.
So to lighten it all up again.
There we go.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
It's what it is. It is what it is. Right, that's us.
We are going to put videos below that link in below. Do you want me to say below?
Yeah, I think people know
Or
how
are we
it
gonna
works.
go like
We're
that?
just going to get more YouTubey, and we are going to do the thing. We're going to ask you to like and subscribe and to share and to hit the notification button. We just want to grow it a bit. So, if you're new to the show and you want to see a little bit more about us, have a look at this video, and that tells you when we got together and the time that we actually met.
Yes.
17 years ago. If you haven't watched that one,
It's longer
watch
than
one.
that. So Ollie's nearly 18, so it's 19 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're 2
well,
years
we were
behind.
married by
But
2
that's
years.
all right.
But anyway, but we've got videos there to go back and have a look at them if
Check
you haven't
us
watched
out.
them. Yeah, let's build this
out.
channel so we can make riches and fame and fortune and spread joy and love in the world.
Nah, make money.
Yeah, make money. All right, that's it.
All right, that's it.
One life.
One life. Two big dreamers.
Go get a
dog.
Oh,
Chocolate one.
Yeah, the dog. He's been jumping on the bench and getting food. Talk about that later.
Go get a dog.